failed British revolutionary. I thought, well, we'll bring him back. This time he succeeds. He failed to blow up the Houses of Parliament. This time he does blow up the Houses of Parliament. So but it was a crazy idea, but it was something that Alan picked up and ran with, and, well, you know, the rest is history.
We see what we see. But it's been such a long time since V for Vendetta happened, and it's still so relevant. Like, at any point of time, we need a Guy Fawkes, especially the Americans, I think. How do you feel about being able to create a timeless classic?
Well, I'm very lucky. But I think at the time we created it, we did want to say something important, not just tell an adventure story. And as I say, we created these characters before, these ideas before that were about something and about freedom and escaping repression and stuff. So. And the sad thing is that there is always a dictatorship somewhere.
Somewhere, even if it's not a dictatorship, it's pseudo.
Absolutely. And of course, beyond the regular dictatorships, we have the dictatorships of corporations, who tell us what to do essentially.
In an indirect way.
Yeah, in an indirect way. But it's all some kind of tyranny.
Right.
So apart from the current political situation, in which the right wing is more predominant than it has been recently, it's always had its significance, and I think that's the value of it. It talks about timeless themes, so it's kind of natural that it's timeless,
I don't know if you probably get this a lot, but what did you think about the movie? Did the movie V for Vendetta do justice to the graphic novel, the comic?
Well, they made a lot of changes in the movie, but I always describe it as another version of V because of that. But the heart of the book is still the heart of the movie.
Right.
It's about individualism. It's about integrity. Being true to yourself, because that's one way we can escape the sorts of tyrannies that we've been talking about. Because if you look into your heart more and be true to yourself and not follow the tribe, not follow the crowd, there's more chance of good triumphing. Because a lot of the things that have happened in history, where people have gone along with some tribe, you end up with fascism. You end up with Nazi Germany, and so people have to look into their hearts, be true to themselves, don't go along with the tribe, and then maybe we can all get better.
I would love to just sit down and keep talking to you, because there's just so much from where this is coming from. But I also want to talk to you about your other comics and what's happening. What are you doing now? What should people watch out for when they're watching?
Well, what I'm doing right now, I'm publishing. I'm not actually writing and drawing anymore.
Right
no, I mean I'm publishing, presenting a lot of other writers and artists.
Right.
But this is a very unusual comic magazine. It's called Aces Weekly.
Okay.
And it's a completely cyberspace comics magazine. We're not using paper.
Okay.
We're in the 21st century, and that means that you can use the best means of reproduction and distribution ever invented, and that's the internet.
That's the internet.
So instead of using the antiquated system of printing and warehousing and stuff like that, we take great comic art directly to the people through their computers.
Wow.
And it makes it cheaper. I mean, if you subscribe, it costs you just £1 a week in any currency. That's it, £1 a week in any currency. You get 20 pages of that every week.
Fresh, new.
And it grows into a volume, and then we start another volume.
Nice.
It's a mix of serials and short stories. But I'm really trying to take advantage of the technology that we have to do something new and also save people money. and it can't be bad.
And I'm guessing the creators also benefit from the money that you save in this process.
Yeah, exactly. And when you do that, the more money goes back to the creators because a lot of money is taken away from them.
Cut.
Yeah, that's it.
That is awesome. Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure talking to you. You guys just saw this first right now on the Comic Con India live stage. He is right here in Bombay. You guys can come meet him if you're in Bombay. If you're not, fly, come tomorrow. But you get to meet David Lloyd. And I'm going to go take a break right now. We're going to come back with more awesome creators. Thank you, sir. I'm going to take a selfie with you.
All right,
you can watch or not watch, up to you. Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Pleasure.
Let me do my thing. Hi, I'm back. Oh no, again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back. We're live, and this time we have Andrew with us. Andrew, please come on stage. This guy has been illustrating the Transformers series and so much more. Another legend back to back. I am going to pass out. Please sit down. This is too much for me to handle right now. Fully fanboying. Tell me, how is it to take the Transformers series further? You've done the Dark of the Moon and all of those series in print, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me your experience. Well, they are larger than life.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Especially since the movies came out, the live-action movies, it's really brought the fandom alive for Transformers. So I started doing comics that tied into those movies around Dark of the Moon, and ever since then, my life's been pretty busy drawing Transformers comics. I've done some art too, like for the movies and the cartoon series, but mostly the comics keep me busy. But I've gotten to design some toys and stuff too, which is really cool because I grew up playing with the toys. So,
yeah, of course, exactly.
So all that kind of stuff is really great, and it really keeps me busy. It gets me to go around the world to different conventions, and
of course,
it's really great to meet all the fans and just to get everywhere and see how much love there is.
So from fanboy to creator, you probably grew up on Transformers.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And how isn't it unreal to an experience where you get to make them the way you see them?
Yes.
So
Yeah, like the most strange experience for me was getting, like in our comic book, I got to redesign Optimus Prime, and for me, it was like a huge character in my youth.
Exactly.
You know? That would be like getting to redesign Superman or something. You know,
it's like, whoa.
Yeah, and then to see it in print and to see it in toys and everything, it's really amazing.
How difficult is it to you to keep the balance between what you know of the characters, what the movies are making them to be, and the version that you have to make, which cannot upset the people who are following them forever and bringing in the new guys? How do you do this balance?
Good question. Yeah, like a lot of the fans that read the comics like them to be based on the G1, like the original generation that we grew up on, but they also like them to look a little more modern, a little more technical. So we always try to find that balance of like the movie's its own separate thing, you know.
Right.
So we try to make it look like traditional Transformers, and but we do try to, like you say, incorporate like a more modern technical look. Well, and we want to make it look like a modern comic too. We don't want it to look like a comic that was made 30 years ago.
Exactly.
So it's always finding that balance.
And that's exactly what you've been doing for such a long time.
Yeah.
So tell me, what's coming up next for you?
Well, next, I don't know how familiar you guys are here with the comics, but there's a really popular series called Lost Light. It used to be called More Than Meets the Eye.
Lost Light.
Lost Light, yeah.
I don't know about this, so why don't you tell us a little bit about the comic?
Well, it's a really popular series where a number of Transformers went out in space looking for like these mythological characters in the Transformers universe that they don't know if they really exist or not. They're going to go look for them. But it turned out to be a really fun series that like a lot of quirky characters, and a lot of the fans really like it. So I've done some work on that recently.
Okay.
That's not out yet, and lately I've been keeping busy actually doing work for in Shanghai. They're doing a theme park.
In Shanghai,
Transformers
you're doing a
theme park.
Wow.
So I'm doing character designs for that.
Wow.
Excuse me. So that's keeping me busy too.
An entire theme park.
Yeah, but I'm just doing the character designs. Yeah.
But that is also a big deal. So what else do you do? So now that I know that you design comic books, you illustrate comic books, you design characters for a theme park ride. Yeah. Is there anything else that we don't know about you?
Well, I've done like the last Transformers movie, the last night.
Yeah,
I did some early concept art for that. I did the character designs for a cartoon series online called Combiner Wars.
Okay.
For Transformers. And then I've done a number of other comics that, like, I don't know if they're known here, but like G.I. Joe and...
of course we know G.I. Joe. We grew up playing on...
It's a very American book. Mask, M-A-S-K.
The Mask.
It was a toy line from the 80s.
Wow.
What else? I've done a little bit of like Star Wars work and stuff, mostly for Topps trading cards.
Wow.
So, but nothing for the movies or anything.
But you're deep into like geekdom.
Yeah.
Like you've put your hand into TV, books, movies.
Yeah. Well, I grew up reading, Spider-Man and Avengers and X-Men and Batman and Transformers and all those comics that I grew up reading. I'd love to work on any of that stuff. You know, it's like I just like to tell stories. I like the format of comic books because you can tell any story you want. There's no budget. You can just whatever you can draw and whatever you can write, you can make.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, and the fans obviously love it. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Okay. Batman or Iron Man?
Batman.
Why?
Well, they're both billionaires, and they both kind of rely on gadgets and stuff, but like Iron Man needs this complete suit to do anything, you know, and Batman he can do anything. Without the suit, he can still kick butt and still be a hero, you know?
Justice League or Avengers?
Avengers.
Avengers. Wow, why?
I don't know. I just I grew up more reading more Marvel than DC. I like them both, but I read the Avengers comics as a kid.
Okay.
I didn't read Justice League as much. I read Batman. I read different things.
The standalone versions of them. Wow, that was a pleasure talking to you, Andrew. And you're going to be here on the weekend, and I'm guessing you're selling your merch here too.
I have a booth set up over there.
You have a booth right here. So guys, the guy who's behind illustrating some of the craziest comics is right here in Mumbai Comic Con. This is your chance to come meet him, probably get an autographed copy from you too. So what are you waiting for? Come here if you want. And we are gonna pull out of here right now and take a small break. Thank you.
Can I get one too?
Yeah, sure.
And we are live again. This time I'm meeting Lester from Planet Superheroes. I told you about all the amazing merch. I'm trying not to abuse because when you think about merchandise, I can just think of beautiful words and language coming out. But here is Lester who's going to talk to me about all the merch you can buy from Planet Superheroes right here. Please sit down. I heard that you have a lot of fancy things at offering here. Is your mic on?
Yeah. Yeah, very quirky merchandise we have at Planet Superheroes. So I've got something for you, which I guess one of your minions will get it.
One of the minions shall get me all the merchandise. Come to me, please.
Yeah, let me run.
Okay, so you should keep the mic. I'm going to do the unboxing. Before we get all geeked out on this, why don't you tell me about Planet Superheroes? What can we expect at Comic Con?
Comic Con has always been fantastic for us. Mumbai, obviously the crowd is fantastic. We have a terrific fan following for Comic Con that propel us to always come back to Comic Con Mumbai and all the places. We are at all the Comic Cons, you know, be it Bangalore, Mumbai, Hyderabad. So I love this place.
Okay, so what have you got me here? I know this is something cool. I'm going to keep this for later. But what are these T-shirts?
I have something. A new line of merchandise we have launched at Planet Superheroes.
Okay.
These are basically bearded superheroes. So if you see the Popeye,
That's the bearded Popeye. That's the
says,
Popeye.
I am what I am, with a cool attitude. Okay.
Is this for me?
Yeah, I guess it fits you fine.
It's a small. I'll need a bigger size. But that's a bearded Popeye. That is so cool. And what is this?
That's for the gaming freaks. You have Mario, tattooed Mario.
A tattooed Mario. Guys, these guys are taking merch to the next level. I'm just gonna... And what is this?
This is for all Superman lovers. You burn.
Oh, that is so damn cool. That is the dark Superman with a beard and everything. This is pretty awesome. And what more do we have?
This is loved by the fans over here, and we have almost sold out with this design. So get your eyes set on these.
What is this craziness? Why so many beards? Why is Batman in a beard?
We tried something quirky because, you know, it's the same Batman and we wanted to present it in a different avatar basically. So people are loving it and let's go with it.
So all your favorite superheroes bearded and like masculine.
Yeah, it's going to kill it.
I think I'm gonna grow one soon. Like I'm getting inspired.
You should.
Now tell me about this.
This is when is the last time you have partied?
Often.
Often and broken.
I think tonight there's one.
Yeah, and some
Cutlery,
glassware.
yeah.
So try. Why don't you try this?
There's a Superman for Dash Dash on the rocks.
Yeah.
And there is a Flash glass for on the rocks.
And why don't you try throwing this on the ground?
That's the cool part, right? It doesn't
That's the
break.
cool part, yeah.
Okay, so superheroes don't break.
It's a super material. So
super merchandise for superheroes. This don't break, or that's what he says. Are you? Can I seriously throw this?
of course you can try it.
I can throw this. Like smash it.
Yeah, or someone you hate.
No one I hate. Right? It's Comic Con. It's all about friendship. Okay, 3, 2, 1. What a catch it went. Throw me the glass back. Stone Cold Steve Austin, this shit don't break.
So next time you're partying, you know what you have to buy.
Yes, all of this and you can keep it. Don't keep throwing. I'll keep throwing it again and again. Because it's very
Unless
red.
you're mad.
No, I'm not going to throw this more. But you saw all of this. This is the kind of stuff that's available with the Planet Superhero stall right here in Comic Con. If you're in Bombay, come with a budget and go blow it all up. Otherwise, you will go back with an empty bank balance. I will assure you from experience. Thank you so much, Lester, for talking to us. And you guys can come here and check it out.
Boom! We are back, and this time we are meeting our local hero, Sumit. Come on up. Come on. Hi, Sumit. This guy makes some insane comics, and you should know about him. Sumit, Bucker Max is what shot you to fame.
If this is fame, तो मतलब हाँ.
Okay. Fame at Comic Con among the geeks at
हाँ,
least.
ठीक है.
Okay, in our culture, we're talking about
Relative,
community.
like हाँ, Einstein.
छोटा
Properly हमारी community में. छोटा
Theory of
हाँ.
relativity. Okay, E equal to
Whatever square.
Yeah. So tell me about Bucker Max first.
So Bucker Max is basically what happens is on Facebook I have the space to make a 4-panel comic, and then if I want to tell a longer story, there is no real space as such. There are some websites where I can go and do that,
Upload comics.
but most of them are Gora websites.
Yeah, of course.
And the point is then in all that Goraness, if I'm trying to put out a local web comic that gets lost somehow. So that's why I just made Bucker Max and I started publishing my own comics.
That is awesome. So now what's happening next on Bucker Max?
What's happened is that some time back what we did was we worked on the platform a little bit, improved it a little bit, not in the way, didn't make it messy, we simplified it and cleaner, lighter. And then I started asking around if anyone else was also interested in publishing their own comics. And incidentally, we had published some comics, thoda bahut kisi ka bhi, kuch aur authors ka. And Shohei Emura is a Japanese manga artist who had been living in Delhi for 12 years.
What?
And he had written this very sweet comic called Oe Chotu.
Oe Chotu.
Oe Chotu.
There's a
Japanese guy.
Manga
Artist.
creator living in Delhi for 12 years.
Yes.
Made a comic called Oe Chotu.
Oe Chotu.
Nothing fixed. Nothing fixed.
And this is the story of a very small puppy, stray dog, born on the street.
Wow.
And his first few weeks at surviving, learning how to walk, how to jump on the walls.
Puppy can survive Delhi, but humans can't.
Yeah. So that's the comic, and it was first published in this anthology called Dogs Anthology.
Okay.
And I really loved the story. It has everything I love in comics.
Wow.
So I told him, can I publish it on Bucker Max, and he agreed, and we're going to publish it next week.
That is
And
awesome.
Pedigree might just give us some money to do that.
There though, bhai. There's so many
Please.
people talking about it. What's next? What after that?
After that, I'm working on a little comic. So again, I'm working on this sci-fi comic, which is basically, you could think of it like a time travel comic, but slightly different. And obviously, it's very rooted, talks in hamare type ki language. It's not. It's not like it's set in Delhi, but every character is like, hey, I gotta kill ya. वैसा नहीं है, मतलब.
So desi hai wo.
देसी है,
Desi
rooted
time
है,
travel.
well researched है. I have talked to people who work at particle accelerators and to just research it well.
Like you know people there.
I went through Reddit, and Reddit is the root of all geeks. So.
और क्या है? I know there's 4 things, so I'm gonna keep going. और क्या है?
So उसके बाद there's this survivor's guide thing I did once. I did it for hipsters. So there's a guide to hipsters, and then I started thinking, let's start.
So dummy for hipsters.
This is a complete survivor's guide to hipsters. I have a friend who's a stage 4 hipster.
Stage 4.
It's like, matlab extreme hipster.
What am I? Stage what? Am I a hipster?
I don't know, because hipsters, or जैसे I could also, I call myself a closeted hipster.
Acha. So there are so many levels of hipsters out there.
So
Okay.
there's this stage 4 hipster friend, and with her I went to this hipster festival. And वहाँ they were selling cornflakes for dogs. Yeah, it was that epic.
नहीं, मैं नहीं है.
हाँ, तो तुम नहीं है, तुम stage 1 में भी.
मैं खुद कॉन्फ्लिक्ट.
तो वहाँ भी I saw everything, and I started making this whole comic about it, and it was published and people really liked it. And then I started thinking there's one more segment of people I really want to talk about, and that is Goras.
Goras in India or Goras in general?
Gora everywhere. The Gora land. Gora. Who is Gora?
So that is called what?
Survivor's Guide to Gora.
Okay, so Survivor's Guide to Hipsters, Survivor's Guide to Goras. You basically are telling people how to survive everyone.
Maybe. I think we should make one for comics बनाने वाले लोग भी.
Survivor's Guide for a creator.
हाँ, और वो खुद ही पढ़ेगा creator.
So you went from being a comic book creator
Yeah.
to being a platform for other comic book creators
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So how do they reach out to you? Like if someone's watching this who's probably an aspiring comic book creator.
Well, if you're watching this and if you want to make any kind of comic which you think is funny, is rooted in this country and in this culture, and I don't mean in this culture from a Gora point of view, okay, hey Sanjay, I had a cow, not like that, but really rooted. Like if you want to write a comic which is say more like Khosla Ka Ghosla, then maybe just open the webcomic, go to contact, email me, we can talk and we'll develop the comic together and we can form this partnership. In parallel, I can make my own comic, we can do anything.
So basically there is a platform for all you comic book creators in India sitting in there wondering how to go about making a passion into a creation or a profession.
As long as it's funny, matlab.
As long as it's funny, no dark stuff, no disasters. There is enough and more mainstream Gora stuff on that.
It can be funny and sci-fi, it can be funny and thriller.
Back to the Future, think about that.
Back to the Future, yeah, exactly.
That kind of zone.
Yeah.
If you want to make comics, reach out to Sumit. He's going to help you create your comic, make it, publish it. If you've already made it, reach out to him. He'll probably help you finish it better.
But there's no money in it. So actually, if you're watching this, go IAS का exam दे दो, MBA वगैरह कर लो. Parents जो कह रहे हैं सब ठीक है.
But come on,
भाग जाओ, मत करना.
But you took
Seriously, नहीं.
You took the leap. You took the leap.
And I'm just constantly falling. I think.
But that's a leap, right? You go up and down. Come on.
I don't know that. I don't see that happening. अभी कुछ हो नहीं रहा.
Slow and steady, everything will happen. Thank you so much for talking to us, Sumit.
Yeah.
We're gonna go into a short little break right now, and we'll meet some guests. I am live. Am I live? Yeah, I'm live. Yes, I'm live. Hi. Look at this. From just me to so many people behind me. These are all the cool ass cosplays which are happening right here. Hey Spidey, what up? Which one are you?
I'm the Amazing Spider-Man from the recent game that is coming on.
The PS4 one.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you make that suit?
No,
You got it.
Yeah.
Spider-Man suits are more difficult to make. What up, yo? I got Michael Jackson with me with a glove and everything. How are you?
I'm fine.
Give me the signature pose. Can you do it?
Oh, you can do it all.
You can dance?
Yeah, we can do the...
Show me the moonwalk. You can do it here. There. Our hair matches. Whoa! Okay, what else can you do? I'm sorry, I'm just using you as a nice little clown. Come on, show me some more stuff. Oh! You're damn cool. Who else do we have here? Bro, what are you? Punisher, Mortal Kombat, Raiden?
Punisher meets manga.
Punisher, manga Punisher. Damn. Who are you?
I'm Princess Mononoke from Studio Ghibli.
I need to start watching more manga. It's anime. My bad. My bad. Okay, you are? Oh, the queen.
I'm the Red Queen from
Alice in Wonderland.
And I'm
Maleficent.
Maleficent from Maleficent.
At least I know this Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
The mask.
Why are you so ashamed of? Like, I'm the mask.
Wednesday Addams.
Wednesday Addams, and I'm playing Xerxes myself, guys. Wow, there's a crowd behind. Guys, give them a big round of applause. So this is just a little sneak peek of all the cosplayers that's coming to Comic Con, but we have an entire full-blown cosplay competition, which I'm guessing all of you are participating in. You can win 50,000 rupees in merchandise and cash, and you get to go participate in the international level and all of those things. But here I'm just doing a little quiz of pop culture, of geekdom, and these guys are gonna win some Paytm vouchers. I know it's digital, right? India goes cashless. I can't give them money. So, whoever gets an answer, just first hand up, okay? First hand up. Peter Parker works as a photographer for Spidey. Come on. I think I should ask Spidey.
Daily Bugle.
Keep a count of who wins. Stay in the frame. Come in, come in, come in, come in, come in, come in, come in. You guys can get cozy. It's cool. Everything's okay. Who's the Shield's highest ranking agent? The Shield?
Nick Fury.
Okay, you get another one. The Black Widow. Obviously, we know the Black Widow. Besides, why is your hand already up? What is my question? So the Black Widow, besides being an assassin and an agent, what else was she? A Russian what? No.
Russian spy?
Correct. She was a ballerina person, man. Guys, okay, Deadpool joined the Weapon X program because he had...
Cancer.
Yes, because he had cancer. Are you guys gonna play or what? The mask is just clueless. Deathstroke. We know Deathstroke? Okay, is he Marvel or DC? Come on, come on, come on.
DC.
Ah! Marvel. Just say it Marvel.
Marvel?
Say Marvel?
I said Marvel.
Okay, he's Marvel. He wins one too. What else? What was the name of Wonder Woman's mother? अपनी माँ का नाम भूल गई है नहीं. Does anyone else know it? Of course you know it.
Athena.
No, yaar. She always called her mom. That's the best thing that you got. Anyone in the audience knows this? Okay, camera's not gonna turn, but I'm just gonna go off camera.
Hello.
Nahi yaar. Helena and Athena. Whatever you know in Greek culture, you guys are saying. No, it's Hippolyte. What? You know it. I said it. But what is it? Hippolyta. Yeah, please keep a count of who's getting it. Give her a big round. See, we are all inclusive. We talk to everyone on stage and off stage and to you at home. So, which reminds me, I'm kind of done. I'm going to take a small little break. These guys are gonna go get ready for the cosplay competition, which is happening in about 2 hours from now. So if you're not already here, come to Mumbai Comic Con. There's a lot of fun, there's many exciting zones, and there are a lot of comic book creators and comic book actors and actresses. And hi, Michael. You got Michael Jackson too. I'm gonna go. See you on the other side. And we're live again. Welcome back to my live stage where I am, as promised, sitting with one more very, very talented comic book creator, Somin. So for those of you who don't know, Somin is very popular with the entire comic book generation for India. You've made comics for Agent Vinod, for Bajirao Mastani. Why don't you tell them about how did you get to mainstream comics? Like there are people who are trying to get into creating comic books and make a profession out of their passion. But how did you make it till here? How was the journey?
So like I have done my BFA in Applied Arts and it was studies about advertising, but I was always keen to pursue illustration because I was always excited about comics right from my art college days. So after finishing college, I was dabbling into a lot of random kind of things, working for advertising and stuff like that, but my passion was always for comics. And in 2011, then basically what happened was that since I was interested in comics, what happened was that whatever work I was doing for any client was inevitably falling in a similar kind of a zone which
that you
was
wanted
like,
to be in.
Yeah, superhero comics or action comics and stuff like that. And when Saif was making his Agent Vinod, at that time they were meeting a lot of studios from India. They checked all their work, and we were somehow probably lucky that we were from Bombay, and their company, and he also was in Bombay, and he's a very well-read comic book fan, because he himself has read almost everything. And he wanted to make comic, and he has looked at a lot of European art, a lot of American comics and stuff like that. So when he saw my portfolio and my writer friend's work, so he kind of connected with it easily, and once he was comfortable with whatever he saw, he gave us a free read. And and then we got to do like work on the story the way we wanted to.
And so, but what I'm going to ask you is that how did you go from Agent Vinod to Bajirao Mastani? What was the shift like? Aren't there different genres altogether?
So genres is basically I don't think so. Like for me, if anyone is following my work, they would know that my art style keeps changing as per the story requirements. So my prime concern is what is the requirement of the story. And when we had few friends who were working with Eros Now, which was the online platform of Eros, which was producing the Bajirao Mastani. So they wanted to, like, the director was going to explore only one aspect of Bajirao and Mastani's love story, and there were a lot of other smaller stories which were not there in the movie. So they, so our client were keen to explore those stories and kind of create a stage for the movie even before it releases, you know, so people get to know about the character, what the character is doing. And since we were running slightly short on time, we wanted to do not exactly like a motion comic per se, but something which is slightly a mixture of animation and comic and stuff like that. So they gave us opportunity, and we kind of just were exploring what can be done.
Capitalized on it.
Yeah. And
so what's next for you? What's next for you as a creator?
So there are lots of projects that I'm kind of curating, which I want to work on my own. And there is one anthology of weird fiction short stories that we are working on. The short stories are by a very famous Marathi author called Ratnakar Matkari. And we are going to be adapting his short stories into comic format. So it's going to be an anthology of about 6 to 7 short stories. So we are working on that. I and few of my friends, we are working on that.
So where exactly can people watch out for your comics right now?
So right now I am fairly active on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Saumen S. Patel. So people can follow my work on Instagram. I have a art page on Facebook which I regularly update with my sketches and stuff like that. And I'm fairly reachable online, so anyone wants to ask any questions or kind of know a little bit about art and things like that, because what happens is many art students are interested in comics but they don't know how to approach it. So like I would love to kind of talk to them if anyone wants to speak about it.
So that's your obviously a more personalized one-on-one chat that they can have with you to explore how they can follow it.
Yeah.
But for those who are watching this right now, what do you have to say in, like, if you have to sum up in one line, what can they do if they want to follow this profession, they want to be comic book creators? What's the one thing?
Just draw and read, because what happens is that there is so much of material and so many stories people have already told in written format that, you know, if I want to be an artist, that doesn't mean I just have to draw, but I have to kind of be aware about the world around fiction, non-fiction, both, you know. So I would suggest anyone interested in comics should read as well as draw. These are the two things, and just passionately pursue it.
That is the challenging part, to keep following your passion,
No, it's not challenging.
right?
The thing is that right now, one of the things that I've noticed is that there is an onslaught of this online imagery, which is so much there that a lot of people don't attempt things because even before drawing anything,
they
get scared or they get intimidated by what they have seen, you know. So the idea is never to get intimidated by anything. You look at everyone's work, love everyone's work, but just kind of keep doing. Your journey is very different than everyone else's journey.
Get inspired.
So, get inspired, but never stop yourself from, you know, attempting anything ridiculously high, you know.
So those were some very, very wise words from Somin right here. We are here at the Comic Con in Mumbai live. So if you are not already here, get here. If you're in some other city, we will get to you eventually. Keep watching this. I'm going to take a short little break and we'll meet some more guests right after this.
Super. Thank you.
We are live. Welcome back. This time, as promised, we have some YouTubers as well. Prajakta, mostly sane, sometimes insane, is on stage with me. Hello. Come on, let's chat. There's a lot to talk about. How do you feel to be at Comic Con for starters?
Is this? Oh, there we go. I feel so good.
Make some noise for her, guys.
Woo! I like Comic Con even more because I think this is one of the chillest places.
Festivals
Yeah.
In the city.
Yeah, or around the
All
world,
us geeks
everywhere.
unite.
Yeah, true.
So, Prajakta, why are you mostly sane?
So I can get away with anything. I said, listen, I said I'm only mostly sane, okay? I
Not
don't
all
make
the
sense
time,
always
okay,
there.
please. So, YouTube, your claim to fame, your home ground.
Yeah, the
How did
mothership.
that happen? Tell us about that little story. I'm sure you're tired of telling that to everyone, but this is
But I
for-
love telling that story because Hrithik Roshan is a part of it, so yeah.
Okay, I'm listening. Now I'm a part of that story too.
So I always wanted to be a radio jockey, and
Okay.
that's how I started. I was in 6th grade when I knew that, bro, I'm going to become a radio jockey, and that's what it's going to be. So, you know, in class when...
Pause right there. 6th standard, mostly people are like astronaut banunga,
That's what I say. I was like, I'm
pilot
going to be a
banunga,
princess.
radio jockey she wants to be.
Yeah.
Okay, then what
So
happened?
I had my geeky traits in a very different way. And then I worked for it, man. That's exactly how it went. And then I actually started, as soon as I graduated, I started working at a radio station as an
soon
intern.
as you graduated.
Yeah.
Intern.
Intern, yeah.
But
I was
intern on radio or intern off radio?
I was a producer, and then I was an intern on radio. I got a show.
Okay.
And I was like, awesome. I did the show. I heard my first show, and I was like, fuck. I suck.
Why?
I know it's very difficult to understand, knowing how talented I am, that I would not be a good radio jockey, but I just convinced myself that I'm more of a visually appealing person.
Okay.
But it wasn't working, whatever it was. A lot of reasons added up to it not working, and then I didn't have a plan B because I was one of those people that,
like, yahi karungi.
I
abhi
don't need a
pata
plan
nahi.
B. Plan B is for people who don't believe in plan A. But I was interning when Bang Bang released, and Hrithik Roshan walked into the studios.
It was bang bang or bang?
Bang Bang.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And I've always been a huge Hrithik Roshan fan, so I went up to him, I was like, Hrithik, I need a selfie. And I clicked a very weird video with him for my Instagram. And Sudeep Lahiri, who is somewhere here with me, he was there at that time, and he came up to me saying, hey, you're really funny. I didn't think that video was funny at all, by the way. Like, you're really funny. Have you ever thought of making YouTube videos? I was like, no, I have a life. I want to earn money.
Acha, I have a
I'm
life.
like, YouTube is for... So then he chased me for like 2-3 months, and then I used to like duck and all every time he came. He's like, listen, just give me a call. And I met him. I was failing at radio anyway, and I was like, chalo, let's give it a try. Fashion to nahi ho payega because obviously...
But you said you're visually appealing, the fashion kyun nahi ho payega?
Not to me.
Acha.
I am visually appealing to me. That was very clear. So then I was like, chalo, let's try comedy. I put my first video out and I got like 1,000 views. And I was like, what the hell?
चल रहा है, ये चल रहा है.
मैंने कहा कुछ तो सही कर रही हूँ यार, अगर 1000 लोगों ने देख लिया तो. So then I did a couple more videos, and the thing about YouTube is like it gets addictive because the moment you put content out, you get a reply.
And then you're like, मुझे और देखना है. What do you
I
think?
wanna know more.
Someone's talking back to me.
Yeah, it's the best kind of virtual conversation.
Of course.
And then I kept at it. So I think I did radio and YouTube together for a month, and then
For a month, oh.
for a month, yeah, for a month.
And then you're like, screw this.
And then I was like, okay, bye radio. I'm gonna go with YouTube. That's how sudden and random it was.
And then you just kept putting one video
Yeah,
after another,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
you saw what happened.
Yeah,
But how do you deal with trolls?
I love them.
You love them. For those of you who don't know trolls, you're probably watching this also. Trolls are people who love to hate on people who
Yeah.
make content.
Do you know how much content I get from hate? Gate from hate.
From hate.
I'm also a rapper, bro. Shameless out now. Ooh,
Dropping
ooh.
rhymes there.
Yeah. I get a lot. So there was this one time, this one line. So I get compared a lot. I used to, now not so much, to Superwoman. I get compared
Because
to all
only
the
female
time.
creators
Yeah,
in India
so,
to
yeah.
abroad.
So there was this one comment that said, "Hi, hi, Garibo ki superwoman." And at that point, I thought it was hilarious. And I've used it so many times to roast myself in videos. I get so much content from hate. Sometimes when hate is missing, I go, क्या हो गया? ठीक तो है?
सब लोग को पसंद आ गया?
इस बंदे का reply नहीं आया. He's not hated on this new video of mine. But I don't think there's any other way around it. If there's hate, there's hate. These people need therapy. Give them that.
So for all these people who are watching this, a lot of them obviously look up to you because you literally came out of nowhere. No nepotism on the internet.
That's one of the best things, right?
Exactly. So you came out of nowhere and you're obviously an idol to a lot of people. Blush, blush. So what advice do you have for those guys who want to start?
A YouTube channel?
Or Facebook videos or anything?
Or any kind of digital content.
Yeah,
I think that's the beauty of digital medium is that content is king. That's the only, like you said, nepotism does not work. Money does not work. Looks do not work. Trust me, I have tried. It does not work. The only thing that's ever going to work is content. So if you like, first of all, you need to like your content because there's only so much time you can spend on the internet trying to be someone else.
Right.
So content is king. That's the only way through. Number 2 is consistency because you have to keep putting out videos. If your audience is coming back, you have to make sure that there's a video they are watching. And the fact that acknowledging and respecting your subscribers makes a huge difference.
So basically, follow your passion.
Yeah.
Be
Make
consistent.
content.
Be consistent.
Yeah.
Don't stop after one video.
Yeah.
कि चला नहीं अभी क्या
Chala
करो?
nahi, views nahi mile, hate nahi
It's
mila.
okay. Keep doing it.
Yeah.
Talk to people who talk to you because
Yes,
people want to
please.
know you're a person and not an actor.
Engagement needs to happen. True.
Engagement needs to happen. So that's mota summing up
Mota.
how do people collaborate with you if they want to collaborate?
They tell me they want to collaborate. That's it. Just write me
So
a mail,
Twitter.
and I love collaborations. I'm on a collaboration spree right now. I've done so many collaborations. Not only for my channel, for other channels, and I think it's because that's the fun thing about YouTube is that competition just sort of fizzes out because there's so much demand. Like a subscriber is not going to only follow my show; he's going to follow yours. He's going to follow everybody's show. So that's so competition just fizzes out there. That's why the whole community is like even right now. I am so happy.
is there and all of them are there.
Yeah, I'm so happy there are so many creators here today and they're asking, and yes, I will do collaborations, I love it. So just write me a mail at iambmostlysane@gmail.com and let's take it from there.
So just bring me to one last question.
Yeah.
You don't think it's too late to be a content creator? Do you think this is the right time or have we missed the bus a little bit if you want to be a content creator?
That's the beauty of content. Competition and stuff around digital medium is more now than it was 2 years ago. But it's going to go way ahead 2 years from now. So if there's a good time, it's now.
So you heard those very wise words from this mostly sane person, sometimes insane. If you like her, tell her that you loved her at Comic Con. If you're around, if you are lucky enough, get a selfie with her somehow if the security allows. See, most people, they're giggling girls excited. You want to come ask her a question? Come on. Come on.
No.
No.
No, she bites.
See, we need to. She bites. You bite.
Yeah.
Do you?
It's a joke. Let it go. It's in the moment.
That's a habit I don't have. Anyway, so I'm gonna end this session right here with a little selfie with you.
Yay!
We take a selfie for camera and you
Awesome.
guys are gonna go into a little break.
Thanks so much, guys. Like and subscribe. Mostly Sane on YouTube.
The plug. Come on. And now people give her a big round of applause. Thanks, man. See you.
Thank you. I didn't get your name though.
you see us from this? We should give him a mic, no? Someone? Check.
So, how do I hold this?
Are we on? No, we'll not start playing first. We're live in some time. Rappa. We should play a best of 3. Best of 3. We're live, of course we're live. Hi, so with me is Pawan.
Hi.
He's this massive Star Wars geek, but the reason he's here is he's challenged me to Injustice. Yeah, so while we wait for our interesting guests, which are supposed to come after some time, and I've not had lunch yet, so we're going to play a game of Injustice and satiate our hunger. What's your character going to be?
I think I'm going to go with Green Arrow.
Green Arrow.
And since you're taking Superman,
No, I'm not taking Superman. I don't like Superman.
Even I don't like Superman. Oh.
He's too perfect. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm going to do Batman. You're going to do Green Arrow.
Yeah,
Fair enough?
Cool, yeah.
Green Arrow versus Batman. Who do you think is going to win? Let us know in the comments below. Best of 3. X daba. Thanks. Chalo. Loading. Hello, Oliver Queen.
How's the controls for?
All of these. Just go hit. See? Just press buttons. Lots of buttons. Always press lots of buttons. Ouch. Thanks. You are good. And you're asking me controls. Unfair.
Dude, if I would have known, I would have been done like 10 seconds earlier.
Are you serious?
I still don't know how to throw arrows.
Ah. Wait, it's not over yet. You still have a... Nice. Well done. You win the first round. Another character?
We can change characters.
Yeah. Press X. Come down, select a new fighter. Niche. Now I'm gonna go with Joker. My favorite. Supergirl. Firestorm. Okay, thank you.
I will change the map.
Arena, yeah, you change the arena.
Damn, you're good. Wow. Dude, can I do something? How do you activate super moves in this?
Oh, I'm just using the basic ones. Like you go back and then you press X so it passes.
Something's happened. So you won 2 games. Basically you won. Do you want to extend it by 1 more?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah? Do an X. New player. So you're seeing me getting my ass thrashed on live internet. I
still don't know the controls.
Yeah, he doesn't know the controls. That's also a problem, you know. Who am I gonna be? I'll be Robin. Or should I be
You want to do
Deadshot?
Robin versus Batman.
चल Robin versus Batman. और Nightwing ले लेते हैं. चलो ठीक है.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of characters from the first,
From Injustice 1. So there are more download packs which got added later on. Last game for you guys. After that, we are going to take a small break again. Ouch. Okay, so am I not like your son? Is this the son wala Robin or is this the adopted son? It's not Dick Grayson, right?
No.
But clearly the master is winning. Is the son going to beat him? This is going to be a fair one. Dude, Robin with a sword almost has an advantage on him. His range of attack is much longer because of the. But he's also slower that.
Yeah, Batman is like much faster.
Yeah.
But that's like I need to stay close.
You need time, yeah, and I need to stay away basically. You win again. Ah. So, the master Batman wins over Robin, of course. Am I really any competition? Not really, no. I'm just sad. I think it's time for me to take a break. What do you feel about being at Comic Con?
Oh, I love it.
You love it, right?
That's why I work at Comic Con. I mean,
that's the perks. Just come join us at Mumbai Comic Con. We are going to go take a short break. After that, we have Gaurav Chopra, Malika Dua, and a lot more coming up. So, I'm going to take a break. See you later. Bye from Pawan.
Bye.
And my next guest on the Comic Con India live stage is Gaurav Chopra. He's an actor, he's done so much TV, he's done movies, he's done some Hollywood, he's a Broadway actor, he's done so much, he's done so many reality shows. And of late, he's been the voice for Thor Ragnarok. He's been Thor himself. What's up, Gaurav? Can we have a round of applause for him, guys?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Please, please sit down, sit down, sit down. I'm gonna, yes.
You're the only one who gets to stand up.
No, I'm gonna sit. You want to stand and do it? Okay, so tell me this. What was your best part about playing Thor?
About playing Thor?
Yeah.
That I was Thor. Can it get cooler than that?
It doesn't, in fact, not a bit. But chalo, if for example you got a chance to be a god apart from the god of thunder, who would you be?
God of romance.
Ooh, is that coming from somewhere?
That's going somewhere.
Acha, you heard that first right here on Comic Con Live. And who's your favorite superhero who's not Thor? Don't pick Thor again. But
My favorite superhero is Batman.
why?
But that's because, okay, I'll let you a secret.
Yeah?
Because I'm Bruce Wayne.
You're Bruce Wayne. He's sitting right next to me.
Don't tell anyone.
I will not. No one's secrets. And if Thor was made in Bollywood, who would play Thor?
Apart from me?
Apart from you. Come on, you're already playing Thor.
So apart from me, I think maybe John. Well, you'll have to give him long hair first.
Long hair, but even Chris Hemsworth got long hair.
The biceps would work.
The biceps would work for it. Okay, Hela, who's the villainess in Thor, what would be her Bollywood theme song? Would it be an item number or?
Oh no. Hela mein hela.
Okay.
ऐसी हूँ हेला.
Thank
I don't know हर कोई चाहे मुझसे मिलना अकेला or not. I don't know.
No one would actually want to meet Hela
I don't know
Akela.
that, but yeah.
Yeah.
But she's so sexy in a.
She's a badass.
In an evil way.
She's very, very badass.
yeah.
Especially when she brings the army to life.
Yeah, I know, but
no
she's
spoilers.
but
no
like
spoilers.
sexy in a way.
She is sexy.
Do you like older women? Let's discuss this later.
Later. Okay, so if you had to describe Thor Ragnarok in one line, what would it be?
I think it's the coolest, most entertaining, most fun superhero film till date.
I almost agree over that, but I'm also waiting for some more movies to come by.
No, but I mean, I said till date.
Till date, exactly. Avengers India, will it ever happen, do you think? Who could be a part of it? Like, who would play those characters?
Oh, now that's difficult to say. You see, you know, there's a saying in Hindi, "Ghar ki murgi dal barabar." So,
Barabar.
you know, people that we see around, we don't look at them as superheroes, but there is a superhero in all of us. So that X-Man in the X-Men is to be found out.
Look around us.
So maybe that guy has a superpower inside. I don't know where it is. I don't want to discover it. Maybe he should.
He'll show it out later. This time Thor and Hulk had a very good relationship. How do you describe that bromance? Like,
it's bromance, like you said, right? I mean, there are buddies who work together and fight the evil together, and so they feel like, hey, they've got that little thing.
Right.
They know each other really well, so they expect each other to fight for each other.
Right.
And I think that they kind of played the characters really well. So Hulk as the more childlike, cute, baby.
Yeah, he became a
became like a baby.
Muscular baby.
And I love that scene in the end where he goes to fight the big monster
Big
again,
wolf,
and then Thor and
come
come back,
Hulk
and he
don't
says,
smash.
and he comes back, but he wants to fight. It's a cute thing.
Yeah, but as a guy voicing Thor in India, was there a lot of pressure for you to keep up to his voice?
Huge. Couple of things. First, you know, I suddenly started feeling very responsible about the fact that this is big film and it's coming to India, and then this is called the India version of the film, right?
Of course.
Like a huge bulk of the Indian audience sees this, and I suddenly felt like, hey, let's try and do this better than what we expected to be. Because for some odd reason there is this bias that the original is nicer and the Hindi version might not be as nice, or might be a little cheesy, might be a little over the top. And I thought, hey, let's break that. Because my point is that this big film comes to India and they're trying to reach out to us. So they say,
Right.
hey, I'm going to make this in your language.
Yeah.
And if they're trying to do that, let's do this really well so that the people here, not just the ones who don't understand English, but even the ones who do understand
Want
English.
to get into the movies.
Because in Hindi, because the social context is ours, it's not just the language translation, it's a cultural translation.
Of course.
So I feel that we can make it funnier and better, more entertaining for the Indian audience, and that way then all of us can enjoy the Hindi version as well. I mean, why should we in India go watch the English version if the Hindi version is good?
Also exists. It's also
Yes,
nice.
and if it's good.
So
Yeah.
you should guys go watch
Yes,
Thor
go watch
Ragnarok
it
in Hindi. In
now.
fact, I'm going to watch it in Hindi as well.
No, but not because I've done it. It's you
Because
will
it's good.
You will call me and you will say you were right. This was funnier and this was more entertaining.
Really?
It's funnier than the English version. I
I'm-
know both versions and I won't lie to you.
I'm going to watch that. I
Pakka,
am
do
going to
that.
message you
Do
later
that,
and tell
do
you what
that.
I think about that. So before you go, can you say something in the voice of Thor? Can you like probably tell them to go watch Thor Ragnarok, or else you'll get to them in Thor's voice? Like be Thor on camera.
Okay, let's start up with the line that was there in the promo. So he
Okay.
says, तुम्हें पिछली बार देखा तब से बहुत कुछ हो गया. अब ये फिल्म पहली जैसी नहीं, पहले से बेहतर है. इंग्लिश में क्यों देखते हो जब हिंदुस्तानी हो? आओ हिंदी में देखो. हिंदी में हथौड़ा हथौड़ा लगता है.
Oh. Thank you so much, Gaurav, for being here. It was a
Thank
lot
you,
of fun.
thank you.
You guys caused this on Comic Con Live. We have Malika Dua coming after this, but we're going to take a short break. Gaurav, have you gone up on stage already?
No, not yet.
He's going to go up on stage, so this is still time for you to come catch him in action right here at Comic Con Mumbai. This is me, Xerxes, and that's Gaurav. We're taking a short little break. See you. And we are live again, this time for my final guest on day one of Mumbai Comic Con. You know who this is? Who is this? Girish?
Girish.
Girish. This is Girish, and when he is not being Girish, she is Malika Dua. That's Malika Dua in her brand new avatar.
मैं मलिका से बहुत प्यार करता हूँ.
अच्छा, तो आपकी स्टोरी क्या है गिरीश? आप यहाँ कैसे पहुँचे?
उसने मुझे राखी ब्रदर जोन करके रखा है.
ब्रो जोन.
लेकिन मैं उससे बहुत लव करता हूँ और मुझे लगता है कि हमारी जोड़ी बिल्कुल ऐसे टॉम एंड जेरी जैसी है.
टॉम एंड जेरी? टॉम कौन, जेरी कौन?
आप पर्सनल क्वेश्चंस मत पूछिए प्लीज, मैं जवाब नहीं दे पाऊंगा.
ये आपके साथ शेर क्यों है?
ये कमलेश है, ये मेरे बेटे जैसा है. ये मेरे बेटे जैसा है.
ये भाग के आया? तो आप, और थैली में क्या है?
थैली में लेटर है, मैंने मलिका के लिए लेटर लिखा था.
मैं पढ़ सकता हूँ? टॉयलेट रोल पे क्यों लिखा हुआ है?
वो मैं बाथरूम में था तो ख्याल आया और मेरे अरमानों के खून से लिख दिया मैंने.
I love you, you are the best. आप पढ़ेंगे? मैं नहीं पढ़ पा रहा हूँ.
मलिका I love you. मलिका तुमसे अच्छा कोई नहीं है. बाकी पर्सनल हो रहा है थोड़ा.
अच्छा, तो मुझे पर्सनल चीज़ों, ये आपके खून से लिखा हुआ है?
मेरे अरमानों के खून से लिखा है.
अरमानों के खून से. तो आप कॉमिक कॉन कैसे पहुंच गए?
वो मेरे को किसी ने बताया था कि यहाँ पे एक तो मलिका होगी तो मैं आया. दूसरा मेरे को बोला था कि इधर ऐसे सुपर फैन आते हैं, क्रिएटर आते हैं, तो मैं मलिका का सुपर फैन हूँ.
अच्छा.
जैसे मतलब रमोला सिकंद के बाद मलिका ही मेरा फेवरेट कैरेक्टर है.
रमोला
जी. तो मैं इसलिए आया हूँ उससे मिलने. और एक्चुअली मैं अपना करवा चौथ का व्रत जो तो मैंने रखा है मलिका के लिए, मैं तोड़ने आया हूँ. क्योंकि मैं मतलब मैंने उसको प्रॉमिस किया था कि मैं उसको देख के ही तोड़ूंगा, पर वो मुझे इतने महीनों से दिखी नहीं है. मैं ऐसे फुल्का लेके घूमता हूँ कि न जाने कब दिख जाए मैं खा लूँगा. मेरे को बड़ी भूख लगती है.
सॉरी, मैं हंसना नहीं चाहता, बट
आप खाएंगे सर?
नहीं, ठीक है, हमने बस अभी खाया. बट आप अभी कहाँ है मलिका? आपको दिखी नहीं अब तक? हमें भी नहीं दिखा. हम यहाँ पे आने वाली थी इनफैक्ट. मलिका कहाँ पे है?
पता नहीं. उसे मैंने उसको ऐसे कॉल भी किया, पर
आपके पास उनका नंबर है?
हाँ, मैं उसको रोज कॉल करता हूँ.
और वो आपसे बात करती है?
नहीं.
बिजी है ना बहुत वो?
हाँ बेचारी, क्या मतलब.
तो अब गिरीश, अब आप कहाँ जाएंगे यहाँ से? यहाँ पे तो अभी दिखता नहीं है, अभी खत्म होने वाला है.
वहीं मलिका के घर के बाहर नाला है, मैं वहीं सोता हूँ रात को, तो वहीं जाऊँगा.
ओके गिरीश, आपकी कहानी बहुत ही दुखद है और ये इसे कहते हैं प्यार. गाइस, क्या कर रहे हो तुम लोग? यहाँ पे बैठ के फेसबुक पे वॉल डालते हो, ट्वीट डालते हो. ये सच्चा प्यार का नमूना यहाँ पे बैठा हुआ है. सॉरी, मेरी हिंदी.
तुम दिल की धड़कन में रहते हो, बाहों में आ जाओ. मैं
आगे नहीं आता है. ओके, हम आपकी ये कहानी से लेते हैं. आज के लिए यहाँ का सेशन ख़त्म होता है. आप हमारे साथ आए, हमें बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद है. हम हिंदी थोड़ा बोल लेते हैं. आप मलिका आपसे दूर रहते हैं, हिंदी हमसे दूर रहती है.
मलिका इधर रहती है.
ओके. मैं हिंदी के भी
उसके सारे कुरियर यहीं आते हैं.
यहाँ पे आता है आपके पास?
उसके बिजली का बिल यहाँ आता है.
ओ, आप बिजली का बिल भी भरते हो? अच्छा. So guys, that's Girish and that's me, Xerxes, signing out from day one of Maruti Suzuki presents Mumbai Comic Con. This is the Comic Con India live stage. If you know Malika Dua or someone like her, please comment, tweet to her, start a little hashtag says justice for Girish. India wants an answer. This love story should not go unanswered. Yes, Girish, we are fighting for you. Malika will see you and you will be able to eat. That फुल्का आपके काम में आएगा. Yes?
Thank you, Jerseys भाई.
आपसे मिलके बहुत खुशी हुई. Best of luck, sir. आपसे एक सेल्फी ले लूँ क्योंकि आपके साथ मलिका होने वाली है. Yes.
आप आइएगा मेरी शादी पे.
पक्का. अब तो बुलावा आ गया है. Thank you, गिरीश. हम आपसे बाद में विदा लेते हैं. Thank you. Guys, a bigger round of applause for Girish or Malika, Dua's lover. Bye bye. Okay, that was me signing out for day one. There's going to be a lot more action tomorrow and a lot more guests coming up tomorrow. So please come here if you're in Bombay or Mumbai. And if you're not, then keep watching. We'll be coming to your city very soon. I'm Xerxes saying goodbye.